Hey everyone, and welcome back to Easy English. And today we are doing something different. We are going on a holiday to learn some new words and practice our English listening skills. We are already on the plane and started to watch our suitcases or our luggage being loaded onto the plane. Here you can see my backpack and the seat in front of me with the instructions. And then the plane started to take off. To take off is when the plane lifts into the air for the flight. So you can see we are very excited as the plane is on the runway and it is taking off. And we are up in the air. Out the window, you can see the beautiful scenery of Northern Ireland, which is where we live. Look how green it is, and look at that lovely lake. Out of the window, we could see lots of clouds. So lots of big, fluffy, white clouds. And on every flight, I love to read my Kindle. I like to read e-books. And of course, I always have to get a coffee as well. And Kate had a cup of tea. Very British. Later, I looked outside and saw a beautiful sunset. Look at those colours. Isn't that amazing? And as we arrived, we could see the top of the island that we were going to. And the island is called Tenerife. Tenerife is a part of Spain, and we were going for a lovely sun holiday. A sun holiday is when you go to relax and chill out in the sun. And in this shot, you can see the plane's engine in the corner of the video. When we arrived, there was a big queue for immigration. But finally, we made it through and decided to get a bus to the hotel, which we waited for, and at last we arrived. The next day, I'm videoing the mountain and the volcano which is behind our hotel. And you can see this lovely view towards the mountains. Look at the blue sky and how sunny it is. Amazing weather for the end of autumn and beginning of winter. And look at the sea as well. So calm and so nice. On the holiday, we did many things. We went to a market. Here you can buy lots of different gifts and tourist items. We also went for lots of walks by the beach and enjoyed watching and looking around at all of the different things that we could see. We spent a lot of time on the beach, relaxing and going for a swim in the lovely water, although the water was quite cold. And you can see here, we put some towels on the beach to lie on the sand. One thing we loved to do was make sandwiches in the hotel and bring them to the beach for a lovely little picnic. And that way we could enjoy relaxing and eating our food on the beach. Near where we were staying, there were lots of lovely little streets with coffee shops, restaurants, and places to go. It was so nice to just walk around and relax. Here you can see some people playing beach volleyball. And over here, we can see lots of people lying and sunbathing, and some others out in the water on jet skis. And of course, we had some nice ice cold beers as well. On our anniversary, we went to a very tasty seafood restaurant. It was recommended to us by some staff working at our hotel. And I must say, my sea bass, which was prepared in salt, was so tasty. And my wife had a variety of different seafoods as well. It was so nice. You can see I'm ready to eat. At the end, they gave us some free drinks. We also took a boat trip to go and see if we could find some dolphins or whales. And you can see that we are queuing. Once we were on the boat, we had a great view of the mountains and the volcano. And of course, it was very hot, so we got some cold drinks as well. They have these cool little easy cup holders so that we can refill our drinks while we're on the trip. And as we travelled in the water, there was a good view of the volcano in the centre of Tenerife. Can you see it? Look at that water behind the boat. Isn't it beautiful? Here you can see some flying fish. I didn't even know that they existed. Look how cool they are. And then finally we reached the cliffs. The cliffs are a steep area of rock, very high rock. And the boat stopped close to these cliffs for people to swim and relax, and then have lunch. And finally, we found some whales. At first, I thought that they were dolphins, but they told us that they are actually whales. And look how close we got to them. Aren't they amazing? I was so surprised how clear they were and how close they were to the boat. And when we were looking at the whales, a dragonfly landed on my wife Kate's hat. Isn't that crazy? Here you can see an underwater part for looking at the different animals under the water. But of course, all good things must come to an end. And soon after a long, lovely week of relaxation, we returned home and back to everyday life.